Hello Gemini, how you doing? This is a weekend reading for Saturday, September the 30th and Sunday, October the 1st, 2017. It's a general reading, major arcana, 3-card spread, and I'm reading towards me. So let's have a look at the weekend. The Lovers, the Emperor, the Fool in reverse, Well, there's obviously something on. There's obviously something on. And the first thing I'm getting from this is that there is an over-reliance on convention and just a sort of a notion of the generally accepted view of things. And that this is kind of justifying you having a lot of machinations about something that is actually not. Actually, this is quite interesting. So it's a very similar message to Taurus just got. Very similar. In fact, that had the Lovers in the first position as well. Something of a quite different nature in the middle, but this kind of no result here with the Fool reversed. I mean, one thing to say about this is that the Fool reversed is not only not the beginning of something, but it's also not the end of something. Because the Fool is that cusp between beginning and end. It's the little space, the little state of suspension that exists between exhalation and inhalation. And I always think about that with the Fool, because I practice pranayama, yoga breathing techniques, like ancient Indian breathing techniques and Tibetan Buddhist breathing techniques, and that point where you breathe out, and there is sometimes, when you get right down into those exercises, there are sometimes long periods where you don't breathe in again, and that is that's where it happens with the meditation. But anyway, that's what the Fool is for me, upright and in reverse. But you know, obviously there are other aspects to upright and in reverse that are relevant to the Fool. But the fact that it's 0, it looks the same, you know. Anyway, okay, as I said, there's obviously something on, because this card has so much going on. These days it's often just like idealized depictions of naked people in love with each other. But for me, there are 6 elements at work in this card. We have the 3 human individuals. We have the angel. We have his bow and arrow, which is 1 unit for me, 1 element. And we have the fact that he is blindfold. There's a lot going on in this card. And yeah, this it's not confusion. It's the interplay between that over which we have agency and that over which we do not have agency, and our sense of agency that might not be a reflection of the actual facts of the matter. That's what I see in this card, because this young man is ostensibly taking a decision between shifting paradigm from being his mother's son to being his wife's husband. And he's there in the middle going, oh, which way, which way? But then over him there is this force, this blind, neutral, like unconditional, unkarmic in a sense. It doesn't shoot some people and not others, depending on what they've done. It just shoots anyone. It's blind. It's not choosing. So there's no choice here. So it's really, and what we're seeing here is like the cusp, or the again, the cusp. It's like that moment where you see a scenario in front of you, and you see something that you think should be done, or that you want to do, or that you want to prevent, and you run it quickly in your mind before you take a step. That's where we are in this card. So there are things in play and you haven't done anything yet. And if I remember rightly from it was either your weekly for next week or no, I've done weeklies for next week. It was, fuck, I can't remember. Anyway, you had a reading coming up where there was, I think, shenanigans going on. And I think that's what I'm seeing here. Sorry, that's really naughty of me to refer to another film, and I can't bloody remember which one it is. I'll put something in the description box if I remember, and if I don't, leave a comment, and I will check it out. Yeah, I think there's I think you're thinking that you're in a safer position than you actually are. Whatever this is, you are relying on a sense of, just, well, everybody knows that, don't they, kind of thing, or, well, that's just the way it is, isn't it? That's what I'm getting from this card in this position, in this reading. Whereas the fact of the matter is, Gemini, that no matter the machinations that are going on over here, this is actually the deal. It's just, is even upright. Is he arriving or is he leaving? We don't know. Has he been invited to go somewhere, or has he been asked to leave somewhere? We don't know. But there's definitely movement here. Right, I'm going to get some more on this. Right, the Hangman. Okay. Well, why isn't the Hangman here with the Fool reversed? Oh, you're getting impatient. Is that what it is? Is it impatience? And it's like, no, bloody hell, come on. Come on, let's make this happen. Let's resolve this, or not. Let's manifest this. Let's do this. If we're going to do it, let's do it. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this. And a kind of sense of not compulsion, not personal compulsion, but kind of moral compulsion, because that's just what you do. You don't leave things hanging around like this. You do this. Whereas in fact, the reason things are hanging around is because there's nothing doing here. There's nothing doing, Gemini. This is a message I'm getting from this. Whatever this is for you, there's nothing doing there. And this must be so uncomfortable. You've got all this kind of potential activity here in the Lover's card, clarified by the Hangman. My God, it must be excruciating. And this is starting to look like it could turn on its head. I mean, in the light of this, I'm suddenly looking at this dude's face, and he's looking faintly bloody like he might be about to fucking bring that mace down on someone's head, mate. Shit. What should I do now? See, if I remember rightly from the other reading, there really was this sense that you were not going to let go. I shouldn't, because I can't remember for sure. But that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting a kind of demanding nature energy coming up here to try to break this, not stalemate, because it's not calm. Stalemates are usually you know, nice and calm, everyone just goes off and sulks. But, you know, this is an uncomfortable mix here. But, yeah, all that to say, I'm loath to draw another one here to try to sort of find something to kind of convince you to let this go. And frankly, I'm loath to draw another one there because I'm not liking the look in his eye. And I think there's enough said here. Right, listen, Gemini, I'm ever so sorry. I think it's going to be an uncomfortable weekend for you. An uncomfortable and disappointing weekend. And I think there's going to be a sense of someone not treating you right. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm going to pull one more because I've got a little bit of time left. But I'm not going over 15 minutes. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to pull one more, see if I can crown this off. Wow. Wow, Gemini, bloody hell. Listen, you really, really don't have to do all this, you know. You really don't. I've got the feeling like you're kind of, there's a whipped up energy here and a kind of like hung up energy here and a demanding energy here, all being kind of, yeah, all not swilling around, but there's a kind of weather system going here for nothing. You know, this card shows. I'll tell you what this card is telling me. This card is telling me that you know really that this is the case, but you don't want to let it go because it's exciting. But I tell you what, because you know that it is also within your power to completely reverse your judgment on this situation, whatever it is completely within your power. Because I don't know, when I see that look in his eye, and I tell you what, I've never bloody seen it before in another reading, that look in his eye, there's a little like dot of red in there, and that suggests to me that there's a kind of self-stoking nature to this, whatever this is. And you know, the shape of things in our lives are very, very, very often governed by our own judgments. But you can turn it on its head, Gemini. It's there for you. It's up to you. Whew, what a weekend. Okay, please tune in for another reading in due course. Please like, please share, please subscribe, leave a comment if that would please you. And for a private reading, the email address is in the description box below. Cheers, Gemini. Bye-bye.